We are the Brothers of the Great Millstone, a branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash.
Double honors into the apostles, double honors into the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than never. Right, to the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen nation that have the appearance of the heathen nations. This is not a black thing, right? And to the few wakwaf that are listening and learning, we say shalom. As you can see, this is going to be various topics that Christianism likes to avoid. All right, so the first one we're going to start with is somebody get Revelation 7 and 9, right? And you know, with the Fule.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 7 and verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man can number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
Revelation 7 and 9 pop up on my phone.
Damn, that's mighty.
They was listening.
Definitely listen. We just talking about that.
I just turned on my app and it
all
popped
the
up.
phones do it. We just said it earlier today that all of them do it.
Go ahead, brother Slocky. I just turned it on
That's mighty.
so I can go there with you. With
That's why you gotta be fresh as hell.
call hello.
This is the word for kindreds in that Revelation 7 and 9. It's the Greek word phule, G5443.
Yep.
It says a tribe. In the New Testament, all persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob.
And see, that's very plain because I watched the video with brother Dave, you know, the Edomite, the member from ESAF. Well, you know what? Because guess what? You may not like it, but the Edomites, you know, they are kindred to. They're our closest relatives on this planet.
Twin brother.
Next to, yeah, they really are brothers.
Twin brother.
They just are wicked ass, dirty ass, man in the iron mask, twin brothers, man. You've never seen it. The evil twin, man. All right, they really are. Which is probably why they women like us so much. But nevertheless, you know, that makes it very, very clear that, you know, the brother Dave was being extremely disingenuous. Can somebody look that word up? He was being extremely disingenuous in his long, extravagant breakdown of why it was talking about the other nations. It's never done that shit before either. But you know, the brother was being extremely Who is this Edomite bitch that keeps talking on my phone?
You gotta close it out.
Why is it even popping up though? How the
It's
fuck?
an advertisement now.
This is a Bible app.
Right,
Yeah, they advertise on it. Yeah, they advertise on it.
Wow.
For the premium version. It scared the shit out of me when I was in the truck. I was like, who the fuck is this?
Like, where'd this bitch come from?
Silent.
Right, there you go, brother. Silence.
I got that word disingenuous.
Bring it out, brother. Bob Kushai.
This is for the meaning of the word disingenuous. It says not candid or sincere. It says typically by pretending that that one knows less about something than one really does.
That's pretty much sums it up for brother Dave there. He was being extremely disingenuous. So I'm gonna look up just to see. Go back and what's the word in that scripture for brethren? Is it G3450?
Let me see. So I got looking for it.
Got you again.
Can I just
I
turn
don't
it down?
see.
Okay, that's what I do. I turn that bitch down. All kindred. No, I said kindred. Yeah, never Salaki. Never mind. Well, real quick, let's just go to Romans, the 9th chapter. All right. And we'll read verses 1 through 5. Whoever get it first.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and 1. It says, I say the truth in Mashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bear me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach, from my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
That means through the bloodline, through the genealogy. You know, as the elder priest Ben Lawyer say, through sex.
All right, but it did say brethren though, right? And then it also said,
My kinsmen, according to the flesh.
okay, brethren. So
That's right.
here I'm looking up that word for brethren. It's G80, and the word there is adelphos. All right, and it says as connective Delphus, the wound, a brother, literally. Then it says or figuratively. No, how you from the womb is you figuratively.
Exactly.
All right. No, it's talking about an actual brother. Okay. But then to show you, then it goes on. It says according to the flesh. So it cuts the figuratively.
Yeah.
It says according. So then no, this is my brother according to the flesh. I don't know how much plainer you can get. All right. And then continue to read, Bob Kashan.
Verse 4. Who are Israelites?
Wait, who are Israelites? So his brothers according to the flesh are the Israelites, Brother Dave, Vocab, Shaka, Hamos, and Sa nigga.
They done brought this nigga Shaka Hamos ponytail back.
What is
You know,
maybe that's why
chop him up
that's why
again.
that other nigga rose up from the ashes.
Oh, nigga, right?
You know? But go ahead.
Yeah.
Who are
He's
Israelites?
finna get stomped again, too.
To whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises.
All right, so basically, it's telling you that only the Israelites can serve the Lord, that they were given the promises, they were given the glory, and the adoption meaning to be brought back. You cannot be brought back to something. Go back to Revelation 79. You can't be brought back to something that you were never a part of. That's why when you read Revelation, before that, I think starting at verse 4, yeah, it breaks down all 12 tribes.
Yeah.
And then it connects you to that great multitude. You know, we're going to that definition that you got. All right. So, but this great multitude is part of the elect. All right. But then there's another great multitude of people. They just ass out. They're not a part of this. You got the 2/3 and then the rest of the people, man. There's no way out for them, for what we're heading into and what's about to happen here in America and around the world, for that matter. Because it's not, when that judgment comes, it's not just going to be here in America. This is a worldwide thing, man. All right, a great Passover. All right, the Lord is coming to bring judgment on the whole world. All right, and if you're not written in the book, if you're not one of His elect, you know. Just because you a speckled bird among the heathen that look like the heathen, if you're not one of His elect, you gonna die looking like a heathen.
Nigga.
Yeah. But I know I'm an Israelite. So take this sword anyway, nigga. Right. All right. You ain't no way out of it, man.
He said judgment started at the house of Israel.
There it is, man.
Exactly. Shit, hey, knowing you were Israelites half the battle, man. You know, my knucklehead wife, it's a nigga in her building where she live at. He knows he's an Israelite. You know, he goes by a Hebrew name. I popped him off multiple times outside smoking a square, drinking some coffee.
Shalom.
Yeah, you know, and then recently, right.
Shalom, bro.
Right, the break of dawn.
Really, nigga?
Break it down.
Break of dawn, man, with a fucking Newport 100 in his hand.
You know.
And a couple, you know it was the Newport.
Yeah.
You know it was the Newport.
Gotta be.
And recently his fucking wife, fucking head wrap, dreadlocks,
We doing.
knocks on my wife's door,
Jigaboo.
says, "Hey, I just wanted to give y'all something. We had some extra food." Gave it to her, all swine.
Whoa.
Swine.
All fucking swine. With the head wrap.
So she like,
Sisters.
thank you, sister. Really, bitch?
Swine, my brother. That was really that, bro.
That was that.
These jakes,
Yeah.
these jakes, you can't make it up. So there you go. It don't matter if you know no one is half the battle, like the bro said, man. And it's worse. Because the scriptures go to a man like a dog that is returned to his vomit.
That's right.
Y'all got the Revelation
I
7?
got it. You want me to start at 9 or 4? Elder?
Start when it starts popping off the tribes, when they name
Okay.
because see what you got to understand is Revelation 79 is literally giving you the order from the Lord to our King David and the rest of the 144,000, the government, all right, the new Jerusalem, the new rulership, the new government of the entire universe forever and ever and ever, and is naming them according to the tribes, you know, and point blank period, and then it names you the rest of the elect that's a part of you know that first governing body, man. Point blank period, man. And they're the ones who are going to get the mercy and the salvation this time around, those of them that are here. Matter of fact, it says in the scriptures that the dead will be raised up first. So all the elect get the blessing of looking out, you know, down at the lake of fire out of the chariots. They all have that blessing, man. So any of our brothers that we've lost, any of our elders that went before us, that went to the spirit world, the scriptures is very clear that they get raised up first, man.
That's right.
Right? And so, you know, Lord's will, we all on those chariots looking down, watching, you know, Keisha and them. Keisha and Ray Ray and Pulu and all them. Okay?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 7. I start at 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Asher were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Naphtali were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Zebulun was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Benjamin were sealed 12,000. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
Right, so they'll read that and try to equate that to the other nations, but we just broke down that it's the Fule.
Hey, keep reading.
All right?
Right.
No, keep reading.
God.
The scripture's gonna tell you what it is.
God. It says, and cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our God, which sitteth upon the throne,
Our God, mark that, but go ahead, keep reading.
and unto the Lamb. And all
Which is the Lord. Go
Right.
ahead, keep reading, go ahead.
And all the angels stood round about the throne, and about the elders, and about the four beasts, and fell before the throne on their faces and worshipped the Most High,
Yep.
saying, Amen. Blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be unto our God forever and ever. Amen.
A personal pronoun. Our is a personal pronoun. If you notice, a lot of the words that we're looking up are all personal pronouns.
Yeah.
Okay?
You read the 14th
Me,
verse.
my, all right? Them and they, what's the subject matter? All right? What's the subject matter are the saints. The subject matter is the Israelites. Matter of fact, somebody go to Revelation 14:6 now, because you're going to find that same word, Fule, again. All right? In the...
Go back to
and kindred, every nation and kindred.
that's
All right, go ahead, brother. Whoever got it.
I got it right here.
That's right. Oh. Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelations 14:6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people.
So once again, they'll say, "See, you're wrong," and it's like you got 100 scriptures that saying only the Israelites, the people of the Lord, the saints, the Israelites, the saints, the Israelites, the saints, Zion, Jerusalem, Israel, all that, and then they still try to take one scripture and override the whole plethora of scriptures, the whole army of scriptures, and they try to use one or two scriptures to try to just override that without understanding. Because if you read this not understanding, the scripture he just read, then it does sound like all and other people. But that's why
precept upon
precept upon precept comes into play, because that word kindred is Fule again. All right, before you read that, somebody get that definition of Fule again, Bob Kasha.
Keep holding that, bro.
Oh, yeah.
This is Fule. It says
Straight to the point. You don't have to read it all. The point that we need.
a nation of people, an offshoot that is race or clan, kindred tribe.
All right. the one you had.
Con.
In the New Testament, all
There
the
you go.
persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob.
There
The
you go.
water. That's the
There you
part.
go.
That because without that part, it's still everybody else can see. They can try to stick their foot in the door. But see, in the New Testament,
Right. In the
in the New Testament, so this is New Testament for all you. Once again, vocab. He probably watching. Because he's been ducking and dodging me for years now. All right, because I put out videos specifically and just to him, with no disrespect, just straight scriptures and questions and answers, and he hasn't done a video on none of them. But he'll go and do all this other shit, But he won't address those 7 questions. Matter of fact, I even did another one that narrative. I think did I put it down to 3 or 5? It was either I put it down to maybe 3 questions, didn't answer those either.
Shit, you can narrow it down to 1. Isaiah 63. He ain't got nowhere to run.
Yeah. So, but he just not gonna answer it.
Edomite.
You know what? His messages was full that day. He ain't had no room for no more. I didn't hear that one.
Right.
All right. But go ahead.
You got the 14th chapter? The 7th chapter? Because the point still didn't come out.
Yeah, I still got it.
Go ahead. Read 13 to 14 in the Revelation 7.
This is Revelation
You was on verse 12.
7:12. I finished that. I finished the 12th chapter.
Okay.
This is verse 13. And one of the elders answered, saying to me, "What are these which are
That's the
arrayed
point.
in white robes, and whence came they?"
So now, after reading the Revelations, what was that, 14, when it said kindred to nation and tongue?
14.
John, he about to ask him. Because all of them
Who are
don't look
these?
like Israelites.
Who are
He's
these
about to ask him.
Who
Go
are
ahead.
these Foulet?
Right.
Go ahead.
And I said unto him, "Sir, thou knowest." And he said to me, "These are they which came out of great tribulation,
That's Jacob's trouble. And this is how you know who these people are. Go ahead.
and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb."
And that's how you know they also from the 12 tribes, because when you go into that Revelation, the 14th chapter, it also says that these are virgins. And that the ones that was undefiled without this. And to be undefiled and to come through this and to be in the truth, you have to be Israelite, man. And I'm going to get that, just concreteness. This is Jeremiah 30:7. Because he said these are they which made it out of great tribulation. That was the Israelites. It says Jeremiah 30:7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Jacob's.
But he shall be saved out of it." And Revelation, the 7th chapter, goes into Jacob being saved out of it. Could you read the 14th verse
This
again?
is Revelation 7:14. And I said unto him, "Sir, thou knowest." And he said to me, "These are they which came out of great tribulation."
And that's what Jeremiah 30:7 is talking about. It's this is the 8th verse, which gonna prove this to Israelites. It says, "For it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh of hosts, that I will break the yoke from off thy neck, and I will burst their bonds." So if those was Edomites and the strangers that they was in captivity to, how the fuck they all getting saved together with them?
Exactly.
It says, "And strangers shall no more serve themselves of him." So that couldn't be talking about all nations. It said, "But they shall serve Yahweh their power, and David their king, whom I will rise up unto them." So who was King David the king over? The 12 tribes of Israel. So when you go into Revelation, the 7th chapter, and you read those verses, in the 14th chapter, you'll have to know it's only talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, pursuant to Jeremiah, the 30th chapter.
All right,
Go ahead.
Just backing up what the elder brothers is saying, this the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 2, and starting at verse 42. It says, "I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Sion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest."
Wait, where did you start at?
42.
At 42. No, start at 39.
Yes,
Read
sir.
to 46. I was pulling it up. You started reading.
2nd Ezra 2 and 39. It says, "Which are departed from the shadow of the world, and have received."
Oh no, Salakia.
38.
I'm 2 and 13. Salakia, brother.
Oh,
We'll just read 2nd Ezra 2 and 13. But go ahead. You go ahead.
You want me to go back to
Yeah,
13?
you can keep reading what you were reading. I'm
Okay.
thinking that you in 2nd Ezra 13.
Oh, okay. This 2nd Ezra 2 and 42, it says, "I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. Verse 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? It's the same question he asked in that Revelation, right? He says, he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of God. Now are they crowned and received palms, right? But it said it was where? Upon Mount Zion, man. Showing you that it's only the Israelites.
Who receive them palms. That's right.
Right. As a matter of fact, go to Revelation 14, 1 through 5. That's also, you can link that up with, because there's a lot of things happening when this happening. You can go that wisdom of Solomon 5, 1 through 5 as well. Go to Revelation.
This the
Whoever
book.
got it.
This the book of Revelation, chapter 14 and 1. It says, And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Sion, and with him 144,000,
Right.
having his father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung, as it were, a new song before the throne.
And see, that's what's going on. The new song of the Lord, of the true gospel of the Bible, would not be taught until after the awakening of the Israelites, which means these imposters, these imposter converts who been running around the earth claiming that they've been the people all along, don't fit prophecy.
Not
All right,
one of
because the new gospel, the new song wasn't taught until after the awakening, which is why they hate us so, which is why they label us black when we're really brown.
Black.
All right, and you know, with the brown Hebrew Israelites, and I keep saying it just to piss them off. All right, and to get Jake out of his stupor that, you know, we're really a brown race of people, different shades of brown, from dark brown to there's no such thing as black people. We get so tired of, you know, trying to, you know, educate you dummies on that fact. That being called black and allowing someone to call you that is very it should be embarrassing and shameful, because it's a very harmful slander. You know,
Definitely.
it's a serious, it's an ugly slander on top of that. Right? When you understand what black means, you know, when you start breaking down the different meanings of the word, etc.
Black History Month.
Right. So when you're black, you're a no people. You're a dead people. You're unattractive. You're untrustworthy. You're void of light, of understanding.
Guilty.
All right. It even tells you that in the Black Law Dictionary. That black people, they have no rights. They're not a people.
Black.
It tells you that in their own, you know. But yet you still got dummies out there that want to cleave to blackness.
Pushing they black.
When you fucking brown. You got brown complexion. You know, but yet you still want to call yourself black.
Y'all know that bitch Angie Scott had that song. What was it? Brown skin.
India
Who was that?
India
Yeah, up
My girl
against
be playing that
that
shit,
brown skin. They know, niggas know they
Yeah.
not black.
You know?
They know about that song.
Hey, look, and it's the
Yeah.
thing. Even when you were a kid, I remember when I was in like kindergarten and shit like that. You know, you drawing the family portraits and shit. And I'll never forget, one day I was drawing a picture and I pulled the black crayon out to color in my family. And I just looked like, this shit don't look right.
Right.
You figured that out in the kindergarten.
Like, that shit
Damn,
don't
we
look
really
right.
ain't that dark. What the? Yeah, because the truth of the matter is, you know,
That's serious.
the darkest black person, so called, is still brown.
That's funny,
Right?
man.
This is the brown. The Lord didn't make anyone with black flesh.
Black.
That's a social, just like He didn't make anyone with white flesh.
That nigga flesh.
So they made that shit up. All right, you know, I don't know how many times we got to play. You know, Orlando Jones is what was that
American
character's
Gods.
name? I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember his name. He was a god.
I'm not.
Mr. Nancy, a Nazi,
I'm not
right?
that spider.
Yeah, right, a Nazi, and they call him Nancy, Mr. Nancy. And he told them on the ship when he said, "Oh, y'all don't know y'all black yet, but y'all all black." He said, and when these Dutch motherfuckers decide to call you black and call themselves white, all right. So what is that telling you? That's telling you that there was a period in time when you weren't called black and they weren't called white, all right, and there's a couple different resources that you can look up. First one will be the historian Theodore Allen, right? And then you can look up Dr. Jacqueline Badalora, and then you can look up Dr. Robin DiAngelo, all right? And they all go extensively into that history of the made up thing that's whiteness. And then when they made themselves white, they labeled you black.
Black.
And then you look up the definitions. Matter of fact, let's get it. All right, then we'll go back to what we were doing because it's various topics. That's the point. Somebody give me that definition of black.
Spirit like the wind, you
I was
know.
gonna get Song of Solomon 1 and 5.
Come on, get that, brother.
Yep. Song of Solomon 1 and 5. I am black, but comely. Wait a minute, brother. Say black.
Right.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon.
Okay,
Word there for black.
so he's gonna break it down now. The word for black.
The word there for black.
See, and you know, remember who got control over this Bible? The Edomites did.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
That's that English. Yeah. Shahawar. Shahawar. Dusky, but also jetty.
Right, and you how the jigaboos who hate brown men call them the Duskies. All right, that's what that goes back to. All right, the Duskies mean you were brown in complexion, you were dark fleshed. You hear the nigga woman when she's upholding Esau, paleness, and she's talking shit about,
His
and
red
they
meat.
call them the Duskies. That's what that's talking about when they say with your dusty ass. It means the Duskies. It was talking about someone who was swarthy in complexion. And I tell you that they hijacked the word swarthy and replaced it with black, right? Because swarthy, this is swarthy right here, from a lightest brown all the way up to the chocolatest brown, all still brown though, right? That brown family is a big family because you got the reddish brown, you know,
The ruddy.
you got the ruddy brown, yeah. So there it is,
Murphy
man.
Brown.
So, and there it is, man. And then Hamites are so dark for the most part. Most of them, they have blue hues in that brown. All right, and that's where you get that word blue black because they really brown. They still brown though. All right, I had a homie named Blue, my Marine buddy, man, and Blue was real dark. And the girl said, "That nigga ain't blue, he purple." All right, old swole ass nigga too, boy. Just now you know when you dark, the cuts really show. All right,
I got that.
I got
go ahead, brother.
Oh, you got the I got
I got the one from the thesaurus.
We talking about that side by side.
Black.
Go ahead though.
But go ahead, bring them out. Bring them both out.
This the Rogers International Thesaurus. I can't remember which edition you had, but
I think it's a 1959.
okay.
I had a few of them. I had a 33 and a 1959. So it's either for one of the two.
So this is
That
Blackness.
brother did this, and he'd be watching the videos, and you screenshotted it. So I always say this is something you. I even tell you this is probably something you should screenshot.
Studious.
Cause you have it in your phone, and then when somebody comes with some dumb shit, you, bow, you hit them with it, right?
Yeah.
But it say this is Blackness right here. It says negrescence, negritude, denigration.
How many of y'all knew that?
I didn't know that.
Because you know what that means? Y'all didn't watch the video. Bring it out again, brother.
It says for Blackness, it says negrescence, negritude,
Hey, I've been dropping some fucking gems for you, brothers, man. Bring it out again.
denigration, darkness, lividity,
Darkness.
fulignitosity, obscurity, a lack of light. Then when you go to black,
They
it's-
really shameful when they call you black is really a diss.
right.
And they calling you with a smile and the friendly and the handshake. Yeah, you're black.
Black is beautiful.
And they're telling you you nigger, nigritude, niggerless. Right, niggotry. All right.
Once you those was the nouns. Now when you go to the verbs of black, it says to blacken, denigrate, nigrify.
Somebody look up nigrify and denigrate.
It says nigrify, blot, blotch, smut, smudge.
Come on, man. How many of y'all knew that?
That's them clothing Tyrone, man.
Bring it up. Read it again, brother. Let these brothers know, man.
Black, it says blacken, denigrate, nigrify, blot, blotch, smut, smudge, smirch, smutch, sully, begrime, soot, besoot, besmut, besmudge, besmudge, ink, and ebonize.
See, so I hope you people out there, you know, that's watching, you know, if you're watching, man, I hope that you really take heed to that because you understand you're not black, and it is a serious insult to call you that. and they have that on your birth certificates. They have you that when the police are
My
black
God.
male. So
My God.
read those verbs again.
Even that concept, blackmail.
Yeah.
Even that concept.
Look,
no
because
pun intended, but
I have a definition of black, and I'll have to find it. It's probably in here.
I'm trying to find mine.
But I have a definition of black that tells you when black is put before any word, it makes everything after that negative.
That black magic.
So
Magic
you
is
put you put black in
magic.
front of something.
Black magic.
So if you put black in front of anything, that means that it's bad, it's negative. So you people call yourself black people.
That's right.
And you
All
allow
Kendrick
them,
Lamar
and you
niggas.
allow, and it allows you to call, other people to call you black people. Read it again, man.
Nigger.
These are the
Because
verbs.
that's really what they're saying, without
Yeah.
saying it.
Yeah.
Right? And it's politically okay.
And they got you
They're
saying.
saying on TV.
Celebrate this Black
They
History
got your
Month.
dumbass saying it.
Celebrating your blackness.
There you go.
But it really means it goes into death because the word Niger or nigger goes to necro, which means death or the dead. You know,
And
like
that's-
that word like with Black Adam. It's really his name was Death Adam. It wasn't about his skin. That's the reason why they didn't care to make him Arab. That word black just means death.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? And I keep telling you too that the proper pronunciation of Acts 13:1 is not
Nigger.
Niger, it's nigger.
It's nigga.
Nigga.
It's nigger. All right. I've proved that 1,000 times.
Nigga.
So and the word nigger, it didn't have a negative connotation in the beginning, and now it has a negative connotation. But it was no difference from saying someone was dark or whatever. All right. Now it has a negative connotation, but we also know where the word is coming from now. As a matter of fact, to be honest with you, it'd be better to call you nigger than to call you black. And here's why. Read the definition again, because you got to slap Jake in the face with shit twice, man.
Oh.
Read the whole definition again.
Okay, blackness, the nouns. It says blackness, nigricence, nigritude, denigration, darkness, lividity, fuliginosity, obscurity, and lack of light.
Wow, darkness. You just wicked. You just the dark heart. You darkness. All right.
Then you got the verbs. It says blacken, denigrate, nigrify, blot, blotch, smut, smudge, smirch, smutch, sully, begrind.
Sully. Someone look up sully.
Yeah.
Someone look up denigrate.
I got Sully.
I got denigrate.
Oh shit, man.
Denigrate. It says to criticize unfairly, disparage.
So they're criticizing you. They're
This
when
man
they call
gotta
you
go,
black.
man.
You understand what I'm saying? And then it's Black History Month.
Yeah.
All right, but
celebrate
you don't
your
want to listen to
blackness.
the brown Hebrew Israelites though.
Hey,
Right.
Salaki, you vote. It just. We started off talking about Haman earlier. The nigga Haman, he running around calling us black Hebrew Israelites all day, right? Then the nigga make a video mad because one of the Speckled Bird brothers, I forgot what, was using the N-word, calling people niggas. Now he's like, oh, GMS is giving him a hall pass to use the N-word. This is terrible.
The Israelites.
That dumbass nigga.
But-
We ain't prepared.
They all be on that black shit, man.
And so we just showed you how stupid and ignorant
Yep.
you are being on your black shit. But read it, brother.
The word sully damaged the purity of integrity to defile something.
Oh wow! So you just sully. You just black. You see what I'm?
Damn.
They
Black.
right in your fucking face, man. Matter of fact, somebody call you black, you should ready to bust right in their shit, man. Especially if they're heathen.
That's right.
You black man.
All right?
Elam, yeah, Elam and shit. Black man. You just ate some fucking shit with your toes, you fucking heathen. I want to get over here and it was a black man eating in a rat temple.
Right. And
Dipping the bread,
you
him
got,
and the rat.
you
with
got
the milk.
Edomites darker
Rat
than we
shit in the
are.
milk. Call you black man.
I done met a lot of Edomites that are way darker than I am, man.
Yeah, man.
All right? Yeah, I done met Elamites and seen Elamites that are darker than Hamites, man. Straight chocolate, swarthy as fuck.
Come right over here. call you a
And
black
I'm like,
nigga.
damn. And then the thing is that they black. Their blackness, as they would call it, it don't even look like the Hamite blackness. Their blackness just look dirty. It's got no shine, no. It's like wow. You look at a Jake, this dark, they skin literally shine. That's what they used to try to call. Look at these shines. They used to call you shines because Jake's skin literally shines.
I say it all the time.
All right, but when you the heathens, their skin don't shine like that.
Like matte black.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so you know, Jake is special, man, and y'all not.
You know,
All right.
that black flesh.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37, which being called black and all these negative connotations, that's a sign of who the Israelites are in the first place. So it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither Yahweh Shai shall lead you. So, you know, all of these black negative connotation, denigrate, nigger, fry, all of those words that they was using, man. It's just the Lord putting that on us as a curse. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, right, that's a curse unto you. But, you know, since 2007, the brown Hebrew Israelites have been telling you this on the internet. And yet you scoff. You know, it's just like when you look at you know, E and his anti conspiracy theory. Well, you know, it's funny when you really sit back and you look at the entire thing. The conspiracy theorists are betting 1,000, and the conspiracy deniers are looking really stupid.
Exactly.
Collectively, especially when it comes to certain things that I dare not say, because even though it's been proven that they've called, you know, that certain, you know, medical things cause more damage than they did help, but they'll still attack your video for pointing it out, even though there's lawsuits and all sorts of shit and all sorts of sudden deaths and all kind of things happened. They lied. They lied. They lied to the people and told them one thing, and it did something else, man. And that's just one example of you know, of what happens in this wicked society, man. All right, you're dealing with people that are disingenuous. Did we ever get that definition?
That's right.
Yeah,
We did.
Back.
Come on, we can run it back, brother.
I got it right here. It says disingenuous, not candid or sincere, typically by pretending that one knows less about something than one really does.
There you go, man. Right. They you know, what's that term? Fake it till you make it. You know, and personally, you know, someone in a white lab coat with some glasses on, with a pocket protector, you know, using big words, and your dumb ass can go over there and listen to everything that they say, and they faking it till they make it. All right.
Listen to the preacher every week.
I know a couple doctors, and a lot of times they tell, I don't fucking know. And that's came out of their mouths. All right.
Hey, so like I know a chick, she got a PhD in like the epidemiology and shit, so she studied the jabs and all that shit. And I had asked her one day when I was having my daughter, I was like, so what's your opinion on the shit? And she was like, look, you my man, so I'm gonna actually be honest with you. They don't allow us to research the negative side of them. If we start doing it this way, if we start veering down this path as we doing our research, they like, no, back this way. So she was like, in my research, I've only found good, but I was never allowed to find the bad.
There it is. That's that, yeah. And then if you really go into it, none of the good is really good. All right, there, you know. And so, you know, all these people that fell victim, because you got lawsuits all over the place behind that fraud. And you got a couple, you know, and there's a couple different states, because I heard that somebody who got exonerated from, who got protected, what do they call it when the president gives you a pardon? I heard that one particular individual, which the whole world seems to hate right about now, that his pardon that Trump snatched that shit back.
Damn.
You know, which I didn't even know you could do that, but that's what I've heard. I don't know how much truth it is to it, but I've heard that Dr. Fraudchi, all right, that has lost his exempt pass, his hall pass, and now if he get caught in the halls, he can get that ass beat. That's what I heard, because he had that pass. You know, you ran up on him, but now that pass been taken, so he get caught in the hall now. You know, you're just gonna hit it the
Trump
right.
put that SOS out on him.
You gonna hit a flop sounds and a smashing up against the locker sound.
Hey, they literally asked him about that, Elder, because he lost his Secret Service detail or whatever,
Yep.
right? And they say, so would you worry if something happened to him? He said, no, not at all. He's rich. He can buy his own security.
Right. So because not only did he is responsible for, for all these issues, all right, but then all of a sudden, his security detail is being paid for too. So he snatched that from him too.
Yeah.
He had, them what was them 3 cats in the turtlenecks with the Dobbs on and Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry.
Turtlenecks cats with the head. They got right. They got relieved of duty.
Hey, fucking shoulders.
So you right. You on your own now. All right.
You got something, brother?
I got something.
Go ahead.
Going to that story about them not being able to research the bad side effects of the Capri Sun, is the book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. And that's why these people fall for these tricks, because they're ignorant, in these matters.
Read the next verse, bro.
Sirach, chapter 5, verse 16. Instead of a friend, become not an enemy, but thereby thou shalt inherit an ill name, shame, and reproach. Even so shall a sinner that have the double tongue.
And that's what's happening to him concerning that, concerning that issue. This is Isaiah 29:15. Woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark, and they that say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? So they were stacking cash over cash, getting rich, not giving a fuck who got damaged. Because guess what? None of them was taking it. They families and shit. Then you have certain people who get on TV like, see, no, that was the whole Eleazar thing.
Yeah.
No, this is actually lamb. You can eat it.
I just did a lesson about that.
Just say it's pork.
Right.
Just say it's pork, brother. You will be rewarded handsomely.
Yep.
Right.
That spirit,
Right.
I just did a
And
lesson.
so what did Eleazar? He was like, you know what?
That Lord gonna be
Nah,
mad.
he did the whole Leonidas thing. This slaughtering your men all day. I developed a nasty cramp in my leg. Kneeling would be
I can't
hard
do it.
for me. So Eleazar didn't lay down, man. He didn't kneel. All right. And Lord's will, none of us do, man. We gonna say fucking no. All right. And that's another thing that various topics because that Christianism don't want to face. And I would call IUIC a Christian church. They're not Hebrew Israelites at all, man. And so one of the things that they don't like to talk about is the MOTB. They want to pretend like it's not happening, but I don't know what their leader is telling them, or if for all I know, they're losing members by the day because it's man.
They're full of BS.
It's gonna be a whole. You got a whole. How did Ricky Ricardo used to say to Lucy?
You got some explaining to do.
Right. You got a lot of explaining to do. All right. You got some explaining, man, because it's clear and apparent that the way that they're moving is going to be digital, even with the gold back and silver back currencies that the BRICS have. It's because the gold back to silver backed currency that they have is still digital. It's going to be digital. All right. And so the difference being, and that's why the nations of the world are gravitating toward it. And meanwhile, while this denial of the MOTB and everything going digital, NATO is falling apart. If you've been paying attention, NATO and the EU is falling apart. They're about to pew at each other. And guess what? America started that drama because America is the one that blew up the goddamn pipeline that put Germany in a bad place. And Germany was of the 10 toes was to have the strongest economy. Now Germany is struggling, and Germany is charging everybody else all these highest prices to get stuff because of that pipe got destroyed. All right, but America's responsible for that.
You won't.
All right, it's like you you got that big mouth cousin or that big mouth friend that keep getting you into fights because he won't shut the fuck up. All right, he's always starting some shit. All right, because he'll say, because my boy can squabble. So he always running his mouth, and then here you are, I gotta come bail this nigga out. Eventually, you gonna get tired of especially when you run up on somebody else who can squabble too. And this nigga steady running his mouth. It's like, nigga, you ain't getting the black eyes and shit. Your punk ass stand on the side. I'm over here fighting for you. And that, exactly.
Come out with a bold fellow.
Tell them, don't let them do that to you. You know, you catch a phase because he running his mouth.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me.
Yeah.
Right.
I would have did it.
Exactly, man. And that's America. America's getting everybody into that stuff, and then guess who's getting America into it? Them damn small hats, man. The JOOs.
Boxing men, nigga.
All right, they're the ones that's getting, got America so broke. Everybody's mad. I'm still drinking one. They're the ones the reason why you got all these videos with Edomites, sighing and crying about how broke and how poor they are, and how they just lost their jobs.
Oh yeah.
With
How they
Trump,
working 3 jobs and can't make it.
yeah, because Trump just got rid of 200,000+ federal workers, and then there was like another 50-something thousand people in the private sector. Because guess what? All those people are going to now go to the private sector. It's going to have a trickle down effect, and so a lot of people in the private sector are going to lose their job to these former government workers. All right, it's just going to have a trickle down effect, and the whole time we're getting closer and closer to the enforcement of the MOTB. All right,
The walls closing in
It's
on all
in-
sides.
Con. All right, somebody can get that revelation real quick, man, because it's just so many variants and so many things in the game. It turns out, that Trump was trying to send, military down into Mexico. All right, and America can't afford to have Mexico and Canada as enemies.
No.
All right, and meanwhile, Canada's government and people are saying that America are the enemies. And they literally talking about preparing for war against the people next door. Meanwhile, they're not even mentioning that in America. The average American has no clue that the Canadians are feeling this way. All right, and the little president chick down there, Schumanbaum or whatever her name is, she said, no, ain't no U.S. coming into Mexico, trying to track down the cartel. They said, no, that ain't happening, homie.
You ain't gonna fuck the money up.
Right, and then and then that's what it turns out, because I just watched a video which Lois Wilma do a lesson on. The guy was giving a breakdown on the cartel and all the guys that's in charge of their security and their military training are all former U.S. Special Forces individuals.
That's fucking
Delta Force, fucking Marines and shit like that.
Green Berets.
Right. These
Ranger.
Yep.
And Navy SEALs. They are at the top of the training of the Sinaloa cartel.
There you go, man. All of the cartel.
All of them,
for that matter.
Yeah.
These guys are that's why they different, man. And they move different, and they brutal as fuck with straight guerrilla war. We're talking about the Rambo when he went over to Burma. All right, that shit was violent as fuck, man. And we're talking about that type of shit, man.
Yep.
All right, these people, hacking people off, and hacking people's limbs and shit off. They strung a dude up in a pig pen and let the pigs eat him from the feet up, man.
Shit.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
He said, the one Edomite looked up at him. Feed them to the pigs. He goes to show you too, you shouldn't be eating pigs, man.
Right.
Gangsters that own pig farms. And guess what? And then they fed his chubby pale ass to them pigs. And guess what they did later on? They turned around and slaughtered some of them very pigs and cooked them and ate them. And the pigs just ate a man. Right? So Esau is just, and the heathens are just, especially that's another thing too, man. When we come down off them chairs, man, we got a lot of correction to do. All right, because you heathens, man, you look, little kitties are for petting. All right, they not to be put in pots, man. Puppies, right? A chow is not for chow, exactly. It's a dog, man.
Little
All right, they're not. Then you don't frogs and turtles and. You don't eat shit like that, man.
They eat that lucky cat.
So we gotta, we got a lot of correcting to do. You don't sit up in a temple and ratatouille and y'all both dipping y'all chips in the same dip. Ratatouille all in the dip. He all in the dip. He slurping out the dip and you dipping in it, petting him and shit. And man, y'all, you heathens need to be cleaned up, man. Y'all need,
that bamboo
you know,
stick.
y'all need to be fixed up, man. And so that's when the scriptures say that the whole world's gonna rejoice, you know, because we're gonna straighten everything up, man. Because matter of fact, somebody go back to that Isaiah 29 and read verse 16. Because see, everything's been turned upside down, and the main reason that it's so is because of Esau, Edom. Because he's the king of the earth, and the earth is under his wicked ass vibration. Because even in, you know, that's why in every country you go to, you got broke wrist motherfuckers. And all that other weird shit.
Hated it.
Right. You got the Z formation motherfuckers everywhere, man. You know? But somebody read that young bros are like, what the fuck he talking about?
Bogus.
Alright, but who got that Isaiah 29:16?
I got it. All right.
Read.
It's Isaiah chapter 29, verse 16. It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
God. All right. So you done turned everything upside down. The world is literally ass backwards, man. All right. It's completely and totally ass backwards.
That's right.
Okay. And it's speeding forward to a digital age, man. Actually, it's not speeding forward. It's here. It's happening. I can't even say that. I gotta say it correctly. It's actually here. It's happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are already millions of people who have the MOTB in them already.
Yep.
So it's gonna be an easy thing to try to. There's an Amazon store inside the Whole Foods on the corner of Chicago and State Street. The whole first floor. You know, it used to be like a little eatery, and you can go in there and buy your tea and shit. I used to go sit in there and eat. Right, but now it's a whole Amazon store. You know, them people can walk in like that commercial from 8-9 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
The dude with the trench coat.
Yep.
Walked in, put all the shit in his coat and walked out.
Yep.
Right, the security guy came up. You thinking he about to tackle him or some shit, and he gave him his receipt. Because he already had the MOTB and everything has to connect. So everything he walked out with, he got charged for.
Dipped up and chipped up.
It's like that at the Amazon store on 95th too.
There it is, man. So the Amazon stores are popping up, man. So
Whole Food got
what's
the
that telling you? So what's that telling you, IUIC members? Any of you other,
It's Joe.
any of you other Christian deniers out there? And that's the crazy thing is that, but you got Edomite Christians warning you not to take the MOTB.
That's
Fuck wrong with you, Nate?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you IUIC guys? Who else is a denier of it?
Ask your dog to buy
It's another group out there too.
Fucking ISUK. Because they say the MOTB is sleeping.
Oh, sleeping with white.
So they another.
So
we would have been through, right?
So, but you can sleep with Elam.
Nobody, but
it's just
they really be with the black shit, but specifically when you when
sorry,
it goes into breaking down
MOTB
in
Newport.
we definitely see weed in the league.
I don't deal.
Nigga, bitch smoking a black and mild.
Yeah, you got a black and mild and Newport and some weed. We can't even have a conversation.
But that's what they say.
Our conversation is. Excuse me, could you tap that?
But they said that's just
any other woman but her.
MOTB, man.
All right.
So come on, man. How they gonna explain that?
Yeah, how you gonna explain it, man? What you got, brother?
Oh no, I was gonna say a lot of the countries, some of the countries have mandatory MOTB for the pets. The pet has to be chipped.
They got it. Shit, it's like in Chicago.
If you're doing all the licensing and all that stuff, it's not mandatory yet, but they kind of they try to coerce you into doing it. And if you go and adopt a pet, if you go buy one, if you go to like the animal cruelty or the Humane Society and you go buy an animal from them, it's gonna come. It's gonna be right, so they can track you through your animal.
Yeah.
Hey, if you just getting out of jail and you on parole, it's like that. If you on parole and you go home and you got a pet, your pet gotta be chipped. Cause if you run a nigga, they know a nigga gonna take his dog with him.
Yeah.
They was doing that 10, 15 years ago, man. They was chipped. Like if you was on parole and you came home, your dog had to have a chip. They know a nigga take his dog with him.
Damn.
It's mandatory.
Your dog like, man, you got me going off.
Definitely going off.
Shit.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelations 3:10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right, this is going to be a worldwide thing, man. When everything becomes digital, when Esau, pushes that C-hip on a wide scale, man. All this is going to be implemented throughout the four corners of the world, man.
Hey, we're here now.
Payment, yeah.
This is the genesis of it, man. I've been saying it for some time now. It's about to get more and more weird now, man. I just did a sit down, man. They got the AI powered Jesus, man, over there in Switzerland, man. All right, the motherfuckers speak 100 different languages. They know the scriptures.
You seen the robot still off, dude?
Yeah, in China. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all seen that?
Yeah.
They had that iRobot. They had a motherfucking Sonny.
Yeah.
Sonny jumped in the crowd and stole off the motherfucking robot. Walked right up on him and stole off his ass.
Had to grab
An
him.
AI powered robot.
Yeah.
Walked right in the crowd. Hold on. And knew who he was stealing off. See?
And stole on somebody.
Yeah.
He walked
A robot.
Like, yeah, and it's about to get weird out here, man. Hey, because the AI.
That was some straight iRobot Sonny shit.
God, the AI, bro, it learns faster than a human. Like, it don't stop learning.
Right.
And it's only a matter of time before shit like that become completely autonomous.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what these egghead niggas like Elon Musk, fucking Klaus Schwab, Noah Ferrari, all these motherfuckers at the upper echelon.
And they think they can control that shit.
Exactly.
How many examples of cyberdyne technologies do you have to see, man?
Exactly.
They couldn't control them shits.
Skynet.
They couldn't control an iRobot. They couldn't control them.
Exactly.
Every movie shows you that. Matter of fact, they about to make part 2 to what's the little bitch that was dancing and chopping people up?
Oh yeah.
Megan.
I'm about to say Molly.
Right? They about to make Molly. Right. About to make Molly the Edomite robot again. Right. And if you piss off, that little bitch gonna hack you to pieces, man.
Yeah.
Esau got some shit where he had a simulator where he had the AI. They had the food in the middle, and then they had to learn to go get the food. So then once they got to the food, then the two AI started fighting each other. And then the one that kept on winning, he got wrong. He like made himself like with weapons and shit. And then every time they put him in with a new opponent, he'll just kill him right away to get the food.
Wow.
So these things, they'll like, when they put him in the simulator, they'll learn how to adapt.
That's what happened in Monsters of Men.
Right.
That one got that download, and then he kept downloading shit on his own.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, and they kept trying to turn it off, and they was like, "Stop, pull it." They trying to pull out all the cords.
Yeah.
He kept learning shit, and he was like, "Thank you." Right, and then he started taking out the other robots, and that's another thing. They're literally calling them butcher bots and killer bots. All right, the Chinese army, man. It's not like they already don't have the biggest army on the face of the earth. But now you got.
Speaking of China, even this niggas, look at him. Bop! Nice overhand.
Damn, nice little overhand right too.
Bop! Look how he stared at him. He stared like he knew who he was attacking. This wasn't just.
That shit crazy.
He walked him right down.
So he
stole
walked down
off
on the
of him.
ops.
Yeah.
Let that nigga go right there. Damn.
You're gonna have bot ops.
Of course, Super Ray.
Yeah, that nigga got
the robot talking about, what you talking about, bitch? This nigga right here?
That nigga is weak.
But that nigga Elon, he got plenty of interviews himself.
Send that to me, brother.
He got plenty of interviews himself, but the one I'm thinking of off the top of my head is the Joe Rogan interview that he did on his podcast a while ago. And he told niggas like, yeah, I'm making the Neuralink and this, that, and the third. But the time is coming where we won't even be able to control these robots. We won't be able to control AI, and that's the biggest problem for our society right now. But I'm still gonna make this shit though.
Exactly.
So they know what they doing, man.
Yeah, they're trying to give life. They're trying to give life to their idol. They're trying to give life to demons, man. Because once the AI become autonomous, it becomes animated. It now has life, and it's now susceptible to Satan. Really. You know what I mean? So it's about to get very fucking weird and bugged out and very fucking fast, man.
Yeah, I put in killer bots and slaughter bots, and a bunch of YouTube videos popped up. So I'm gonna turn this up. It gets pretty loud. This one's a minute and 30 seconds, so I'm gonna play it.
And some of that shit's like 10 years old. So imagine how much more crazy. And then
this one's from November 2017. This one's from January 2023.
And that's
right. And these robots got weapons on them.
Just like when we watched that movie, Metalhead, that was part of the Black Mirror thing. That was, episode was really disturbing, man.
Yeah.
And so when you take Metalhead and you take Monsters of Men, all right. So now you got this killer robot with weapons and shit, like a humanoid. And then you got this little dog running around with mounted guns and knives and flamethrowers and shit on it. Yeah. So you got that's a dynamic duel that you really don't want on your ass.
Well, you're gonna need divine intervention from the Lord, man. And that shows you, niggers, that you're gonna need the power of the Lord, man. All you militant niggas, look, the so-called white man give you niggas guns every day. And you don't do shit
and he
but
constantly
shoot each other with them.
And you know what he's doing too? Well, that's what stupid ass niggas do. All right,
they don't. You ain't gonna have no chance about what he got for you, man.
They just even pulled back the a judge down in Southern Illinois just struck down the Illinois Floyd law. Yep. So basically, anyone can go to the gun store and buy a gun now. If you can't carry, but you can buy if you don't have if you don't have a background of violent and all that other bullshit. But basically he just struck it down and said it's unconstitutional and said they can't do that. Well, and basically you don't need a FOID anymore, so you can go buy a firearm. So what do you think? So many more people now are gonna be armed, and I'm like, well, why would they do that right now? Because they want an excuse, they want a reason, because they know you can arm. You might fend off the first wave, but how you gonna fend off the fucking drones? How you gonna fend off these these kilobots?
Robot dogs.
All right, robot dogs and shit. And robot. They bodies are made to withstand. Blast.
Ain't gonna help you.
Right? The shotgun and the 9 million ain't gonna help you against them. Right? Might slow them down a moment so you can try to run, but then the motherfucker just gonna track you down. Yeah. Hell, they showed you that in Metalhead. The thing when it get close to you, it would shoot a projectile in the air. Then the projectile would explode, and it would send MOTBs flying everywhere. So they would pierce you, get in your skin, get in your coat, get in your hair, and you running, and this motherfucker just sit back and turn on this little thing. And go follow your ass and murk you.
The new thing, internet of biological things.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, this nigga's hiding under the table. Wow, let me just point the gun. Oh, bam, he got his ass. Oh shit, he's behind the door. It just goes up to the door, shoot the door, and all you hear is a thud of the body hitting the ground. Then the thing just walk off.
They got that thing in
all right.
That movie where the dudes were superhumans and they had like powers and shit. I forget what it's called.
Code 8 or something like that. Code 8.
They got 2 parts.
Oh, they had 2 parts? I saw the first one.
2 movies.
I don't think I saw the second one.
I got a scripture.
Bring it out, brother.
This Ephesians 6 and verse 10. It says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahweh and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." Because all these creations and all these fixations that the so-called white man got keyed up, first and foremost, that's coming for the Israelites. And that's why the Lord said, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit will lift up a standard. All right, it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness and high places." So that's what we up against, man. They making all this for the Israelites, man. It's gonna be a great insurrection on those who serve the Lord, man.
That's right.
All right.
You two brothers bring out your precept.
Matthew 24, 21. "But there shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened."
Yeah, man. So, if the Lord don't come back soon, won't be no flesh left to save, man. He's bombarding us with chemicals like never before, in the food, in the air, and in the water. And everybody see it. I get messages from heathen people who don't even believe in the Lord complaining about this shit. Now all of a sudden people are hip to the chemtrails. Like they're actually starting to talk about it now. It's regular people now.
Yeah,
you know.
Quick one, right quick.
Well, he had one, brother. Then bring yours out.
I just wanted to read something real quick going along with what you had said about these, these bots going out there, just spray you with some shit, you know what I'm saying, and distract you on down. This is the building of the Internet of Bio-Nano Things. It's a thing. Check it out. It says it refers to biosensors that collect and process data, nanoscale labs on a chip that runs medical tests inside the body, the use of bacteria to design biological nano machines that can detect pathogens, and nanorobots that swim through the bloodstream to perform targeted drug delivery and treatment.
That sounds
Bam.
That sounds like a Maxine.
Dude,
Yeah,
Right.
Sound like.
Yeah. Sound like some, Max.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it also sounds like it could because I remember in Upgrade, the
I
dude
was thinking about
sneezed.
that one.
He sneezed, and then all the things flew into the guy's nose, and he dropped dead.
Chopped his brain.
So all the little things went in there and literally ripped his brain to pieces, and blood came out his nose, and nigga just dropped dead.
They got shit like that.
All right, so nanobots would and then they've been talking about that mist, those killer fogs that was in the south. I was listening to the Survival Spectrum guy. He said he went into that fog. No one else in his house. He's the only one that went into it for whatever reason, and he was sick for 35 days. All right, and that's been the case with all the the people there. And then they were taking, and people are actually, how can fog be so thick that you can open a jar and get some example of it, and then be looking at this jar, shit in there flying around, flying up to the glass looking at you.
Right.
What the fuck, man? Right?
Playing tissy roll.
Yeah, bring it out, brother.
We got one real quick. This is the book of Psalms 17 and 13. It says, "Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." Right, Esau Edom got all type of weaponry that haven't been revealed to the public yet, man. That he's about to use on the public, especially Jake.
Yeah, it's his blessing.
I got this right here. This is you was done with that?
Yep.
This is Revelations 12 and 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." And see, the so-called white man is wrapping this up because he understands that the Lord is coming back. He see the Israelites out here preaching. He see the Israelites out here with the white woman. He see can't none of his. He understands financially. He not gonna dig himself out of his debt. He understands he has no more allies. All right, that's why also going into the book of Revelation, the scripture says what? That the beast shall hate the whore. We watching that come to pass right before our eyes.
His allies are ready to go to war on him, man.
He can't do nothing else but bring out this sword, which, like the brother said, is his blessing. You got something?
He's gonna use AI. He's gonna use. He's gonna do what they call the shit, the Project Blue Beam. He's gonna use the deep fakes, and I think they heavily gonna use deep fakes against us.
Yeah.
The deep fakes are gonna try to make us say shit, but none of that's going to matter. All right, I'm gonna read this, then you read that. But none of that's going to matter because of this. This is Isaiah 54 and 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise up against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn.
So like you'll read the 14th verse, Elder Malcolm?
God. It says, and this is the heritage of the service of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh.
That's how you know that shit ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work, man. So everything that they do,
bullshit you want to bring.
So and I had that conversation with my professor today, man. We were talking about some bullshit that was going on, and he was kind of upset about it. And I said, look, man, I said don't let it bother you. Esau just a bitch. You just need to go in here and pull the trigger and get this shit going. Yeah. And he was like, you right.
That's the buddy.
Go on, stop talking, man. You feeling froggy, nigga, jump. All right. This is Isaiah 54 and 14. It says, "In righteousness shalt thou be established.
That's right.
Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear from the terror that shall not come near thee." So, like it says, 1,000 on one side, 10,000 on.
Mighty.
You finish reading. I got that song on the just holding it.
No, that's the point. I don't need to read back down and read it again.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 5.
Oh, I could actually.
Because I want like the 16th verse to let you know too.
That's what I started reading. It says, "Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall by thy sake.
It
So
says shall fall for thy sake.
Salakia shall fall for thy sake. So everyone that comes at us, man, the Lord is gonna take them out or give us the power to take them out.
He's gonna bring it to you just to do it.
1 Corinthians 15 chapter. Somebody hold that. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals over the fire. And Oppenheimer, all right, is Jewish. All right, and you know, it is funny. You know, it's not funny at all. But he was behind Nagasaki and Hiroshima. So, you know, and we know what happened with that. And you have to remember that all the warriors, for the most part, were out fighting in war. So they purposely targeted, you know, women, children, and old people. All right? The same people that's always screaming victim and anti this and anti that every time you point them out.
You gotta say it like Kanye. I'm not gonna say what race he was. He was Jewish. As soon as he said that shit, I knew he was gonna leave up and say it.
And guess what? That's not a race.
Exactly.
You know, that's not a race. Their race is actually Esau, Edom. That's who the fuck they are.
That's
right. Right. That's who that they're trying to duck and dodge. Right. Because they keep pointing. That's another topic in the various topics. What vocab and apologists and Christians are not speaking about. How the rabbis keep pointing out that Caucasian Christianity in Europe and America is Esau, is Edom. All right, but they have nothing to say. Sarnetta, Shakamos, and vocab, you know, got together and did whatever they did. But nobody's talking about, you know, vocab. When are you going to address these rabbis that keep telling, you know, they keep pointing out the fact that American is Edom? What he said, there's a great judgment here.
Go cut them.
Edom is finished. That's
Go
what
defend the gospel.
That's what the one rabbi says.
You don't have to be a prophet to see it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
One of them said that. So all these rabbis that keep pointing out the fact that European Christianity and American Christianity is Esau. It's Edom.
I got that video, Elder.
All right. You got it?
Yeah.
Play it. Might as well. We just brought it up now.
Esau came to the Roman Empire, which metamorphosed into the
Turn it all the way up.
That's as far as it goes.
Empire, which became Christian civilization, which is now represented by the United States of America, will suffer a crushing, humiliating defeat.
So one of the things that has to happen is America has to fall. I mean, because the American-led world order, that's the American-led order, is going to end. Again, that's not the same as the very end that we read in the Bible. So somehow we're going to see a collapse.
The spiritual heirs of the Roman Empire is the Western world, United States of America, so the USA will last until Mashiach comes.
The West is wrong. According to the simple meaning, you know, Europe and America are really one entity. And the thing is, listen, we are already deteriorating economically. Our position in the world, our enemies are rising. China is rising. Others are rising.
I mean, America is strong, but not when they're going against 3-4 armies.
All the mountains are going to be full of blood of the corpses of Edom because of the vengeance that Hashem is going to take from them.
So no, that was the point. You don't have to play the whole thing. Point is that we have 7 different rabbis.
And that's only half the video.
Right? 7 different rabbis told you that America is Edom. That Christianity is Edom. That Christians in Europe and Christians in America are Esau, as they call them.
Spider-Man.
So why vocab, when you go, where you at? Where are the apologists at?
Right.
Where are the Christians at? Where's Brother Dave?
I'd rather talk to the black people.
You know? Well, where you at, brother?
But you're black.
Right. When you gonna go defend the gospel against these rabbis, man?
Support them.
Okay.
Hey, Vocab just posted up a video. He in the room with all of them.
I see.
Yeah, but he didn't question him about him being Esau.
He got his paycheck and his assignment.
What's wrong with Esau?
Exactly. That's what he got. His paycheck and his assignment.
That's it. It's like that.
He got his marching orders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gave his ass some of that Kadeem grape juice. Sent his ass on his way.
That's right on this business.
Let me finish this Isaiah 54:16. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy it. So that waster, and that was one of Oppenheimer when he created that.
Yeah.
He said he's created something to that effect, the waster, the destroyer of worlds. And now, and from that research have come nuclear. All right, but verse 17 says, "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise up against thee in judgment," vocab, and the JOOs.
That's the deep fake.
"Thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh." So they're gonna make life rough for us. It's gonna be hard for us. Whatever happens, but at the end of the day, nothing they do is gonna work. Some of us will get locked up. Some of us may even get put to death, for the Bible says so. But it also says that we're gonna also have our hands upon their neck and our feet on the necks of our enemies, man. All right. Somebody bring out what you got. Somebody get Luke. Bring out what you got. Somebody get Luke 24:17. Bring them hither before me. All right. Somebody has to, and I pray that's in my prayer every night. I want to be able to drag them before Yahweh Shai, throw them at his feet, and wait for him to say, right. All right, and I'm a Samuel they asked like Hagar. He said he hewed him in pieces. He didn't just and he why no, he hewed him in pieces. He made it painful. He made it violent. He made it grimy and nasty. He Rambo'd his ass. All right. I watched 2 Rambo's movies in the last week. The last 2. Man, he went nuts on them.
Something crazy.
Yeah, so crazy.
I got that.
Them Shikari niggas gotta die, man.
This is the book of Luke, the 19th chapter and the 27th verse, and it reads, "But those mine enemies which would not..." Oh my goodness, my phone died.
I got it. This is Luke chapter 19, verse 27. But though, hey, that's why we look out for each other. It says, "But those my enemies which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me."
And that was an alley-oop right there, brother.
Yeah.
He gave you the alley-oop and you slammed that shit. And that's exactly what it's gonna be, man. All right? Somebody's gonna get to bring people before Yahweh Shai. All right? And I pray that I have that honor to drag some big mouth scoffer, some 2/3 ass nigga, some scoffing ass Edomite.
Definitely Edomite.
Vocab and his minions, these apologists and these fake Christians, right? Because the Bible clearly tells you that the first Christians and the only Christians were Israelites, right? If you can actually read with understanding, they were first called Christians. That wasn't what they were. They didn't call themselves that. They were called Christians, and then all of a sudden this religion was created off that name. They didn't do it. They didn't call themselves that. It's something that I noticed, man, that most people, all right, that excels at a sport, at a combat sport or whatever, when they start getting called, a great one or the greatest or whatever, they didn't say that about themselves. That was an observation from other people that started calling them that. Yeah. Mike Jordan never called himself the greatest. Now, LeBron James, with his arrogance, he called himself. But when you look at a lot of great martial artists, and they never called themselves the greatest. All right? No, he did. He called himself the greatest.
Many people said he was.
But nevertheless, you never heard those words come out of Mike's mouth. He never said he was the greatest. He just did his thing. And I just use him as an example. And there's a whole lot of other people that do that. As a matter of fact, when they asked Ali who he thought was the greatest, he pointed over at Mike Tyson. They said, "You're the greatest," and he shook his head no. He pointed over at Mike Tyson. So it's all a matter of perspective. All right? But the point is that, and Mike will never say I was a great. You never heard Mike say that.
Never.
You never heard him say that. All right? Okay? He'll big up other boxers and boxers you never heard of,
Yeah.
He'll big up other guys, man. All right? I just read a quick thing on what's his name?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
No, not Sugar Ray Robinson.
The one that was slaying the white.
No, the one that used to chase all the damn chickens and shit.
Roy Jones.
Roy Jones, the water
Roy
man.
Jones, the
Roy Jones was speaking about.
That's how he learned his stuff.
He was speaking about some Northern Kingdom boxer that I had never heard of, and said that in his eyes that was the greatest fighter he ever seen, and that he studied him and learned him and mimicked him. I never even heard of this dude, man.
Yeah.
Floyd always
Right.
talk about the drunken master. He always say that.
Oh, that dude. Yeah, you can't hit that dude, man. He's so.
He said that was one of his hardest opponents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, the nigga. Right, this nigga was watched the Jackie Chan movie, smoked some weed, then came to box.
And everybody else say these dudes the greatest, and they all name unknown dudes who would just trash you.
Yeah. So there's always
That's
that
real.
guy who's good, who never got the chance to shine. There's always one of them out there, man. Whether you can receive that or not. You know, you'll have what was that the fighter? He was never one of my favorite fighters, but I will acknowledge his skill, and he was a great fighter. And that was Matt Hughes.
Yeah.
Right. And Matt Hughes was a monster of a fighter, man. He really was. And even though he did get choked out by Carlos Newton, he did not slam Carlos Newton. He got choked unconscious.
Yeah, in that triangle.
Yeah, he was in that right. They try to say he slammed him. No,
You see how his legs
he
left
went to
him.
sleep. Yeah,
He was asleep, bro.
But nevertheless, he would often say that he could never beat his brother.
John Jones.
And his brother didn't fight at all. I mean, his brother, trained with him. His brother did everything, that he did. But his brother wasn't a professional fighter. He just did it because, they both were wrestlers, and that was his twin brother. And so he would box with him and wrestle with him, and went and trained with the Militants team, and all them killers, Robbie Lawler and all the monsters they had down there. But he was like, man, no matter what I did, I could never beat I was a champion of, UFC fucking champion, and my brother still would dog walk my ass. Exactly. So the thing, we talk about Matt fucking Hughes. So that's telling you something. This is the brother. It's like shit. This nigga ain't never had a pro fight, and he dog walking you. So that's all I'm saying. It's
They
always
just call him the Gracie Killer, all that.
It's always somebody,
John Jones said the same about his big brothers. Said they be putting the flops on his ass.
Right.
He said, I'm the UFC champion. I've been a lightweight champion, a heavyweight champion, and I'm the third best fighter in my family.
There it is. Right. So there's always somebody that's great that never refers to themselves as that, man. That's the point. All right. So the Lord is going to
let another esteem thee.
Exactly, brother. And the Lord is gonna raise up his men, and Lord's will, we are those men. Because if not, who and where are they, man? Who else is? It ain't ISUPK. It ain't them nigga God worship. Weed smoking. If you ain't smoking weed, what are you doing with your life? Really? And you serve a nigga God?
Yeah, he said you ain't in the truth.
So you should have, if you was new in window shopping, you should have, Shalom, bro. You should have immediately, you should have, hey, with Salakia, we just had a legend walk in the room.
Hey, you a legend, hey, brother. Hey, Shalom,
yeah, brother, I saw that brother lost my chain of thought.
Hey, you sit right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No. You sit right here.
Con. Yeah, we get ready to wrap it up in a moment anyway. You got a precept, brother? Bring it up. Got something over there? Con.
I got one.
All right, Con. We're going to go around the room, start with Shimon. Baba Shah.
Okay, Psalm 68:21. But the Most High shall wound the head of his enemies, and the hairy scalp of such an one as goeth on still in his trespass.
All right.
Yeah. Like in the Genesis, it talks about, the serpent is going to wound your head and you should bruise his heel. But now the Lord is about to reverse that, man. Esau's about to be wounded and put down.
God, he's going down, man. He's going to get scalped. And, he's going to get all that, man. That's right. He's going to get all that. You had one too, brother, right?
Yeah. This Jeremiah 51:20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
So there it is, man. Those who wish not for Yahushua to rule over them, that's what's going to happen to them, man. The Lord's going to use his men to be those new threshing instruments with teeth. We're not gonna need weapons. We're gonna be the weapons. All right. It's just gonna look cool to have a big ass sword, though. All right. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Proverbs 21:18. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, and a transgressor for the upright. So in the time of trouble, that's what you can expect. You know, the men have been doing the work. You know, hey, they're gonna be good. Yahweh Shemel Shai has promised.
Kind. And we believe every word that's in this book, man. All right, we believe every word that's in this book, point blank, period, man. All right, the Lord wrote it, the Lord said it, then it shall be. And the proof of that is the way the prophecies are coming to pass. All right, next brother.
This is the book of Jeremiah 16:16. It says, "Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them," because we're ultimately fishing for the elect right now. Right. "And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks." Right, wherever these elite members are hiding, man, we're gonna grab them, man.
Which proves what I said when we come down off them chariots.
Right.
And we gonna make them adjustments, them attitudinal adjustments.
Right.
On these heathen nations, man. And the hills represent small countries, mountains represent big countries, man. And you know these heathens and these and the wealthy elites of Edom are going to survive, man, because the Lord had promised that the wealthiest of the Edomites are going to be the first fruits of slavery. Right. They're gonna go instantly from not rags to riches, but from riches to rags. Right. Immediately. Yeah. All right. It's like yesterday. You was in a phantom, all right? Today you pulling the cart, all right? Because I'm not even gonna make the horse pull the cart. Horse gonna be trotting around having a good old time. Your ass gonna have to pull the cart.
Reciting Obadiah.
All right. Right. It's gonna be a train of Edomites. Right. What's that? They gonna be pulling the damn cart, man. Right? You know? Any more?
That's the book
I got a couple of them too. Go ahead. Go ahead. Get out.
That's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 25, and verse 12.
Perfect.
It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Don shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh."
Man, we can't even get mad enough. The Lord's gonna put, and that should be pretty frightening.
I thought about that yesterday.
That because we've read about the hotness of the Lord and His anger, man. All right, and when the Lord gets angry, man, it ain't, there's no mercy, man. Just think, was it any mercy for those children that them she bears tore?
Yeah, no.
There wasn't no mercy for them at all, man. They guts and arms and their legs was all over the fucking place.
That's right.
All right, any more?
Yes, sir.
You got one?
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 50.
I'll say that one for last, brother.
He been holding that.
Yeah,
for a minute,
you
too.
say
He
that
had
for last, brother. No, I did call for that though, so he been holding. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 25. It says, "But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come."
Which is the truth, the proper understanding of the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It's not talking about anything else. Go ahead.
Right, the MOT is not, stroking a white woman.
Folly, bro.
All right, that's
folly,
the
bro.
most stupidest thing. Right? Y'all remember that bug got us Benjamin to ask that question every week.
Yeah.
That's why he ended up in ISUPK.
Yeah, he was trying to get out with Jim. Yeah, definitely.
Every week he asks the same question.
I remember that. And as soon as he flipped the ISUPK, he walked past the captain screen.
PK? PK can't banging this shit, man.
You PK? That's what that nigga said.
Look like a Puerto Rican, but he a Benjamin. That nigga pulled out, man. Go ahead. He definitely a Jim Jones ass nigga. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 26 says, "And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations."
Ooh. Right?
So there ain't no equality. All right? Ain't no that Jehovah's Witness pamphlet Where everybody around they equal and Esau over him, he all tall and shit.
He always over.
With no beard. He all tall and shit with no beard. That's not happening. Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 27. And verse 27, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
You know, the elder Uriah used to love it when he got to that part. He would put on that old Bugs Bunny clip when he had that scepter, and he kept knighting that dude lumping. All right, right, right. All right, that nigga became Sir Lumps. Sir Lump a lot. All right, but go ahead, brother. Some more to that.
Even as I received of my father.
There you go, man. It's all about the Israelites, okay? And so, no matter what you do to us, no weapon formed against us gonna prosper. You bring yours out, and then we gonna finish with his.
This Revelation 13. This Revelation chapter 13, verse 9 says, "If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints."
That had to come out, brother. All right, we have to we're patiently and faithfully waiting. That's the patience and suffering. Right? Patience means to suffer. We're suffering and waiting to put into captivity those who put us into captivity, and put to the sword those who put us to the sword, man. That's righteous judgment. There's no other public apology. I'm sorry, but you still sitting on 400 plus years of generational wealth.
Hey, buddy, we got Black History Month.
And we just broke down, the niggatry,
ebonified,
right? Degenerate, to nigrify,
nigritude.
All right, nigritude.
That's right.
All right.
I got one real quick. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah 33 and 6, and I'm gonna read 6. I'm gonna jump down to 13. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of thy salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." And see, that's what we have. So when during all this calamity, that's the covering of the elect. Going back to the Psalms, the 91st chapter. All right, that's the covering of the elect, and the Lord has that, and that's what we gonna fight with, man. It says 33 and 16, Isaiah 33 and no, Salaki, not 16. I lost it. Y'all go ahead. No, here you go, 13, right. It says, "Hear ye that are far off what I have done, and ye that are near acknowledge my might." Because where else was this declared? That's why he also says in Isaiah, what's that, the 48th chapter and the 5th verse, that he said it before. He said it in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. So who else gonna declare this? The Lord gonna get the glorification of all of this, man. You got the guy.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 50. It says, "Now I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither do corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I shew you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed." So, like you said,
go ahead, brother.
Like you said in the book of Isaiah, no weapon formed against thee shall prosper. Eventually, these corruptible bodies will be turned into the image of Yahweh Shai, the image of immortality.
It's gonna be perfect, man. All right. You have some Elder D-Mash?
Not after that one.
All right. So with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Abad Babal.
Abad Babal.
Wow. 3D graphene oxide nanoparticles.